For the past 5 years, I've been researching, testing, and perfecting how to achieve and maintain elite hair health. And in that process, I've helped thousands of others do the same. However, along the way, I realized that information isn't what's holding most people back. What actually holds people back, and what is probably holding you back, is not acting on that information on a consistent day-to-day basis. Which is why in this video, I'll be going through my routine step by step. So by the end of it, you'll be able to have moisturized, laid, and shiny waves every single day. Real quick, I have a huge announcement. For the past few years, I've been working on something, and now it's finally almost ready. The website for my brand ReBar is finally up and is officially ready for pre-orders. And the full launch is coming soon. However, inventory is pretty limited, so if you want to be one of the first people to get it, make sure to reserve your spot now. Before we start applying our pomades, oils, and butters, it's important that we set the foundation of moisture. And that's because the goal of any hair care routine is to maintain moisture, because we can't do anything with dried hair. So in order to set the foundation for moisture in the entire hair care routine as a whole, we have to do step 1, which is washing our hair. Washing your hair should be step 0 or step 1 of any hair care routine, because it resets your hair care cycle. As you go on with your week applying product, sweating, and just being a human in general, you slowly start to accumulate product buildup and oil and just a bunch of kind of nasty things, which is why, we take showers and stuff like that. And of course, you need to wash your hair as well. But as those things start to accumulate in your hair, in your waves, it makes your hair stinky, smelly, and harder to take care of, which is why you go ahead and you wash your hair. However, if we try to start our hair care routine at any other point of that cycle after washing our hair, it doesn't really work that well, because products work best on clean hair. Unfortunately, this is pretty self-explanatory, but it's still extremely important for me to go ahead and highlight this as the first step of this hair care routine. You just really want to make sure you establish a clean base before adding moisture. All right, now my hair is washed. It's completely dry. Of course, you want to make sure your hair is completely dry. I obviously need a haircut. Now, what is actually the foundation of moisture? Well, the first product you want to apply is some sort of a water-based product. You want to make sure it's water-based. So I'm using a leave-in conditioner. I found this is the best. See, a lot of people, they just go ahead and they add their oils and they add their pomades the very first thing they do. And that's just wrong. That's how you get dried hair for an entire week. And like this is the actual proper hair care routine. You need to start off by adding the foundation of moisture. Now we have clean hair, clean slate. We need to add some type of moisture, because if you just go ahead and you use a sealant oil, like people use that, like Jamaican black castor oil, you see videos, they put it on their hair and that's the only product they put in. Well, congratulations, you're sealing in your dandruff. There's nothing in it. You need to actually seal in moisture. You have to have moisture to seal in. So we're gonna start with a little bit. The thing about waves, it overcurls quick, but it only overcurls because you don't understand your own hair porosity and how your own hair works and the amount of moisture you're able to put on. Now, I'm able to put on a decent amount, but obviously not too much. I mean, anybody with any waves or curly hair can't put on too much if they don't want the curls to go up, but that's okay. It will take experimentation, but as a good general rule of thumb, about a dime size, it's like a size of a dime. This might be a little bit too much probably. That's enough. So now I'm gonna rub it in. And one thing you wanna make sure you're getting is your crown. You don't want a dry crown. So make sure you get your crown. And then I'll just go on with the rest of my hair. Okay, now a lot of OG moisturizing methods, especially in the wave space, you'll go ahead, put in your leave-in conditioner or whatever, and then brush that in with your hard brush. And then you put in your pomade, brush that in with your medium brush, and then put in your oil, brush that in with your soft brush. But honestly, I don't really like that approach when it comes to moisturizing your waves. And because a lot of the times people dread moisturizing because it ruins the lay you get from the washing style. It should never be like that. So that's why I don't brush my hair after putting leave-in conditioner, because you put in a water-based product and you start brushing your hair, that's literally the formula to getting it to overcurl. Okay, so now I have to say the rehook. Okay, now that we set in the foundation of moisture, it's time to introduce some other products so we can lock that moisture in for days. So like I went over in the full moisturizing guide, there's different types of products that do different types of things. We went ahead and we added our water-based product and the moisture that we'll be using for the rest of the week. So what do we do next? Now it's time to use other products to slowly seal in that moisture. So here you have the option. You can use pomades, you can use oils, really thick oils and stuff like that. As a waver, I like to use things with a little bit more hold. Of course, a really thick oil isn't really gonna have that much like hold at all. So you can use some type of pomade. I'm gonna use this one from Trinity Ball. It's pretty nice. There's a decent amount of hold. It's like in between a butter. I don't even know, but you want to use something like this. It doesn't really matter. You can use your pomades. I only like to use pomades if my hair is really, really low, honestly. I'm just gonna take some of this. It doesn't have too much hold. It doesn't really matter. But now you want to do a little bit more than a dime size in my opinion. But this is the area where you want to use some type of pomade type product. So I'll be using this. And as always, make sure you're hitting the crown. If you want to make sure you do it, you can do that first or put a little bit extra on your fingertips to hit your crown first. Okay, now when it comes to brushing in that product, like I said, the OG method, you go with your hard brush. For your moisturizer, your medium brush, for your pomade, your soft brush for your oil. But that's really disruptive. You use a lot of hard bristle brush board. Like, we don't want to do that. This is not the time to do a crazy brush session. This is the time to disperse all the product gently over our waves, right? So I like to use, the blonde bristle brushes in order to do that and not be too aggressive and not lift up our hair. Like we said, we love the results of the washing style. We love that the washing style can lay our hair down completely. So let's not go ahead and ruin that the very first session. Now tomorrow night, if you want to go ahead and put in a real work and do a real brush session, go ahead. But for this one, we want to make sure that we're just taking care of our hair health. So I'm going to start off as always with my crown here. And remember, we're focusing on product distribution. So here I'm using, this is like a soft brush. You can use like I would say the perfect type of brush to use this is like a blonde bristle medium soft brush, something like that. But you just want to go ahead and be gentle, disperse the product throughout your hair. Don't make it lift up too much. It will lift up because you're brushing your hair, but still. You want more long and gentle strokes. You don't want to be like this. You want more long and gentle strokes, which is why I like to vertical brush a lot, even with my curved brushes. All right, it's been a few hours. Let's see the results with the compression. Although I need to cut pretty badly, I would say the results came out pretty good. And now my entire week of hair care is set up. So tonight, I probably don't need to add anything, maybe a little bit of penetrative oil, but honestly, that's overdoing it. Tomorrow, probably only need a penetrative oil in the morning and afternoon. The next day, maybe I need a little bit of hold, and the next day after that, that's when the product buildup starts to start. Then I can wash it and start the cycle over again. But around every 4 days is a good benchmark to wash your hair. Now that you have the perfect hair care routine locked in, it's important to realize that there's many mistakes that can sneak up on you. So watch this video next to find out what those mistakes are and how you can avoid them. Thanks for watching. God bless. Bye.